Welcome to Romans, God's Solution to Our Problem, a devotional series by Sumo Youth. Make sure you've got a pen and your copy of Romans with you, and if you haven't already, pause the video and pray that Jesus speaks to you through His Word today.
Hi everyone, welcome to Romans, day 21. Today we're looking at Romans chapter 11 verses 1 to 12. In this passage, Paul's outlining how the Jews have failed as God's people and how the message of salvation has gone out to the Gentiles instead. And it's interesting that Paul talks about this because he would have seen the Jews in general rejecting God, in the past, but he's also experienced it directly as he's taken the message of Jesus into the synagogues, into the Jews' meeting places, and been chased out by them. And so he ended up taking the message of salvation to the Gentiles instead. So our questions for today: number 1, have all Jews rejected Jesus? Number 2, why do the Jews seem to be generally against the gospel? And number 3, what is God's purpose in hardening Israel's hearts? So if you've got your booklet and pen there, pause the video when the questions come up and we'll meet back together to talk about them. So how'd you go? Question number 1, have all Jews rejected Jesus? No, we see in this passage and throughout the Old Testament that God has kept a remnant, which is a small section of faithful Jews for Himself by His grace, and we see that Paul is one. Number 2, why do the Jews seem to be generally against the gospel? Well, the Jews had failed in obedience to God. They had killed prophets, demolished altars, and so God had actually hardened their hearts. And it's because of this, and through their failure, that salvation was brought to the Gentiles. Which brings us to question 3. What is God's purpose in hardening Israel's hearts? Israel's hearts were hardened because of their failure to God, and He took His message to the Gentiles instead. It says that rather through their trespass, salvation has come to the Gentiles, so as to make Israel jealous. And how much more will their full inclusion mean? So the Gentiles benefit by receiving God's grace, by being saved, which will make the Jews jealous and bring them back to God. And so in this way, all people can be saved. So why don't we have a pray about that? Thank God that we're able to be saved, that we have received His message. I think it's cool that we can understand a bit more about God and His whole plan of salvation. See you next time.